How much does that guy like tiramisu, you might ask? Well, enough that I had to learn to make my own mascarpone, which I use for this recipe. But really, the tiramisu, that is where it's all at. And I make it like this. Tiramisu is generally recognized as the best Italian cake there is. Well, at least in my home it is. Mix the egg yolks and the icing sugar. You should use a larger bowl than this. This is not very practical. Add some Grand Marnier. Add some orange liqueur. Put it into the cheese. Or you can put in the eggs first. It doesn't really matter. Mix it well until you got a nice and creamy consistency, and that's how simple the tiramisu cream is. It's a good cheese with a little egg and sugar. Take about a quarter of the cream, only enough to cover the bottom, because later we'll add the rest of the cream in the top, and it will press it down, and it'll fill up any holes there might be. And now we come to the bit that is most religious, I find. How much coffee to put on your ladyfingers. I fill up a small pan until I can dip it halfways. This is how I like it. Some just a quick dunk. Some like to let it rest so they soak up a lot of coffee, and some like to cover them completely. I don't like all that coffee flavor in my cakes. I can take a cup of coffee on the side, can I? So I recommend a quick dunk and only halfway down. And I only pour up halfway, so I just have to press it against the bottom, and then I know I got the same amount of coffee on all the lady fingers. Then a quarter again of the cream on that layer, and then we add the last of the lady fingers. So we need to fill up any small holes there might be, because there's a limited amount of cream, and it will get too soft and too soggy if there's too much cream. So we add the rest of the cream, about half of it. And you can see now, if there had been too many holes from the lady fingers, we wouldn't be able to fill up with cream. So I just try to make it as flat and nice looking as possible. I use a bit of paper towel to dry off the edge, but wipe off the edge, put it in the fridge until you want to eat it, and it's best the next day. And when you want to serve it, you add a bit of cocoa and scrape out the edges, and you can use a paper towel again if you don't have my large manly hands. Now there's only left is to eat it, and if you want to take a test, you can do it from the middle. No one will notice. And you can find the list of ingredients and the recipe on kvalifood.